What's up everybody, Dr. McKay here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting a brand new playthrough of Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. As you can hear the iconic Voyager theme in the background from the game. I'm excited to play this game. I have been looking forward to this release, and to celebrate this release of the game and for me to stream a playthrough for you all, I have bought myself a Star Trek t-shirt. Yeah, it's operations, so I couldn't get command red, but what can you say, I like yellow myself. So if you enjoy the content and wish to help support the channels, feel free to hit that like button, don't forget to comment your thoughts on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button to help the channel out. And feel free to follow me on Twitch, where I'm trying to just reach more followers on there. It's quite distracting with the music in the ear, so what we're going to do, we're going to create a new game. Let's have a look at the difficulties. So we have focus on the journey, recommended for players who want to enjoy the story and exploration without the constant pressure of the fight for survival. So resources are plentiful, combat is manageable, dialogue and away missions are less challenging, and homesickness is a minor problem. Survival, the authentic Delta Quadrant experience. Recommended for experienced strategists and resource managers. And the Years of Hell, the ultimate stress test, recommended for players who have already completed survival mode and wish to put their skills to the test. Where you have resources are scarce, combat is deadly, dialogue and away missions are more challenging, and homesickness is a major problem. So, for this playthrough, I reckon we will go survival. Yeah, the authentic Delta Quadrant experience for us all in this playthrough. So we're going to start the game, and here we go. So you are the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, plot a course through, and I missed that, but yeah.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis, she puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Ooh, DS9 looks good. So, Catherine Janeway. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me Pilot Extraordinaire, Ensign. The Maquis, wow. I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax. I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. A penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Engage, eh? Into the Badlands. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space, where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen. A subtle smile plays on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? Well, I wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetrium beam scanning us and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming! A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert! Helm evasive maneuvers. Too late! The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn! Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to grey mode. We're on reserves, barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Alright. Janeway to engineering. Yeah. We need stellar cartography back online now. Alright, so select the question marked 1 on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screens by pressing D-pad left 2 times. Okay. Activate the stellar cartography in the lower left part of the ship. To activate it, open up its menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply. Okay. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but, what Harry is trying to stammer is, we're not in the Badlands anymore. Oh, look at that. It's the Caretaker's Array. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we've just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. Alright, scan points of interest 1. Okay. Marked with white question marks to reveal resource 2. Okay. Scan to reveal deuterium 3 for fuel source. Okay. Scan. Let's grab the deuterium then. Navigate your ship 1 by traveling to various locations while traveling time passes in form of cycles. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar 1 represents the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. High rewards such as extra resources, moral increase, etc. Yellow, average outcomes can include minor setbacks, and orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes lead to low rewards, and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, and severe injuries. Okay. So I believe that has got deuterium there. So set a course. Hold to set a course. Okay, that was a capture card. That was a weird time to do the capture card freeze. Alright, so deuterium cloud. Captain, we've lost contact with a few of the collector probes. Evening, Marcus. Evening, that doesn't look... the capture card froze at the worst possible time. Collector probes that seem to have malfunctioned in the dense gas cloud. Okay. So continue. Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core outputs. Okay. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy 1, but more deuterium 2 is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching to warp core to higher tier. Okay. So I gotta look for my stuff. So I got 296 deuterium. Okay. Right, our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Oh yeah, Marcus, look, I got a Star Trek t-shirt. Good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a marquee vessel next to it. Scan for life signs? Scan the ship for life signs, Ensign. There are no one aboard, Captain. Alright, let's scan the array. Yeah, I went full on nerd for this. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. Well, we'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transport room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to a geranium deposit. We'll need it to repair the transport room. Okay, so I've got to find geranium now. Class D planet? That's the array. Class P planet. I already got to brush up on my classes of planets here. Let's scan this one. Nothing to reveal. Okay. Ah, geranium. Well, set course. Alright, we detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of vessels. Maybe we can find something useful here. So collect an easily accessible resource. Use a tractor beam to try and clump up the debris for easy collection. Tractor beam. Or leave now. Let's just play it safe. Let's collect accessible resources. Okay. We now have all the geranium we need. Okay. So engineering is standing by to repair the transporter room, Captain. Okay, so this is like basically the tutorial, guys, so we're just going to be learning as we go. Damaged rooms are not operational. Select the room to bring up the room's controls. Okay. If you have the resources and work teams needed, you can initiate repairs. Okay. So I have, by the look of it, I have 32 crew members. Let's just repair it. Yeah, the ship's in a bad state. So we got lots of rooms that are damaged, or like, yeah, ruined. Ruined. The bridge is obviously, the bridge is there. Yeah, so you have to kind of like fix the ship and as we go. Okay. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set a course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Okay. Alright. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Alright, so away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. Well, considering I've only got 2 to pick from. Alright. Decide on an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Okay. So, Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? Okay. Well, let's just go scan for life signs and strange energy signatures. It's a success. So it's kind of like random as well with missions. So Harry and Tom use their tricores to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the field. An old man sits on a porch and a nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and play ahead accordingly. Okay, so you got to kind of take it in turns. Right. Okay, so Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Demand to know what's going on. Try to read his body language for any clues. And then for Harry, it is argue with facts that this can't be a farm on Earth, and you know what's going on here. Well, he does have. Well, he's only got 21. I want to say try to read his body language for clues. Yeah. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Okay, you can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the cumulative skill value is equal to or higher than the required number, you have a chance. Okay. The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. There you go. So we could do a well, that one gives us deuterium, not deuterium. Yeah, deuterium. That's what we got. So try and find a way to break the illusion on the wall. Try to analyze what these energy regions could be, and investigate the barn wall for a hidden door. No, 29. Oh, I have that. Quick-witted. Joe, let's go with Harry. Let's try. Nice. Harry and Tom analyze the energy readings, confirming advanced holographic technology mask in the wall. Before they can pinpoint the source, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. The back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. Okay. These people must be the missing marquee. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Well, definitely gonna go with Wake Up Chakotay. I think it is. It's like the game doesn't like the capture card for some reason. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him and looks of concern on his face. Before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Oh, and the crew get individual level ups as well. Nice. Yeah, weirdly enough, like I remember most Star Trek episodes, so kind of I gotta try and not do the same things, otherwise I'm cheating. Yeah, with the benefit of hindsight, you know, I know what's going to happen. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Captain, what happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we were there for only an hour, right? Harry? Harry, he was just beside me. Then he's still on the array. But why were you released? Or and not? The Marquis are hailing us, Captain, putting them on screen. I'm Commander Chakotay of the Marquis. My chief engineer, Belena Taras, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander. One of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem, and it would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Face to face. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his Marquis crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Well, so far, I'm following exactly how the show went. So maybe I should, mix it up a little bit. You know, go off the rails. Captain, this is Tuvok. My... Oh, I know who he is, and I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. Haha, I got Tuvok. As am I, Captain. Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct. However, I assure you, I perform my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming. And I see you have Paris with you too. Are you forming a Marquis Traitors Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Torres and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. I know, right? Alright, Captain, the ship status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support. Secure core decks and restore Deck 5's functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Okay, to be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. So this is the life support units of each of the decks. Okay, so we want Deck 5. Alright, life support restored on Deck 5. Captain, engineering office is now accessible. And of course, it's a mess. Sorry, we'll have to fix it before we can use it. So I can dismantle a room as well, and I can upgrade rooms. So I have a Duranium, I have 60. I also have 1 person, and it takes 2 cycles. Okay. Repair in progress. Until completion, it would be logical to scan all planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Okay, so how do I go to the map then? Okay, right. Because if I did focus ship. Alright, I'm with it now. I'm with it. Alright, so we got to scan some planets, guys. That's got geranium on. The geranium and deuterium. Deuterium. It's got deuterium on that one. Geranium. And deuterium. Oh, there's misplant there. So I reckon we should go to the to this one? Or is it this one? Which one had both on it? There we go. I reckon we go to this one. It's got both the materials on, so set a course. Construction report. Engine office. Life support, blah blah blah. Alright. Engine office fully operational again, Captain. We now have the additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing debris, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams for building or upgrading engineering offices. Okay. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintain their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. The morale bar shows your current morale. The change to morale per cycle and icons indicating your crew's needs. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed info about your crew's needs. Your decisions in ship management, food, crew quarters, and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Oh, we can get mutinies. Ah, damn. Okay. So that's interesting. Life support restored to Deck 2 Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Yeah. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After repairs, the crew can access replicator rations. Okay, well, we can fix it. So we have... So it's uranium. So 52, we got plenty. Let's go. Alright. Until completion, we should address crew accommodations. The ruined rooms must be cleared to create room for residential sections. Okay, so we're basically going through all the tutorials there. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed being repaired. To free up new building space, you must first have to remove the remains of the old, set the room and give the orders to clear the debris. Removing debris takes time to pass. Okay. What's that? That's sick bay. What's up here? Ruins. Shield generator. Ruins. So I have to pick this room. While we're waiting for our work team to finish, we should continue collecting more resources. Okay. Oh, that's a 50-50. Use the tractor beam to try and clump up debris for easy collection. Okay. It's a 50-50, but yeah. So we got 37 geranium and 370 deuterium. That's a lot of deuterium. We need that. Alright. But we need more geranium though. Deuterium. 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 Ah, don't know. Geranium. So that is going to be 11 cycles away. Right here. Alright, mess hall repairs are complete. We should switch to replicator rations now. It would enhance crew well-being. Okay, so emergency rations, premium replicator rations. Okay, so emergency rations are minus 40 morale. Oh, wow. Right here. Okie dokie. Alright, ruined rooms are removed for concluded. Okay. Great, maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. It'll do wonders for morale, that's for sure. Okay. Me wow. So build a room. Okay, so we want... Ooh. Borg technology, anybody? I think it's crew. So emergency quarters, crew quarters. So we're missing technology for that. Accommodates 10 crew in standard Starfleet quarters. Officers' quarters, sick bay, holodeck, observation lounge. Interesting. Ah, cool. That's cool. Right. We can actually like position it where we want it. Okay, so 6 cycles. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communications. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Ah, who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. The old guy with the banjo. Though he seems a lot less jellyfishy back on the array. I am Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. So we have choices here. Okay, so we can appeal to his humanity, tell us where they are. Try to imitate him, give them back. Chakotay, let's let Chakotay talk. Or optional, scan the array for Harry and Balana. Okay. Let's try the intimidation approach. Watch one up. We won't leave without them. Return our crew or face the consequences. Your determination is admirable, but I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? The continuation of my work. I still have so much to do. Offer help? What kind of work? Maybe we can help. You, I've searched the galaxy with methods beyond your comprehension. No, there's nothing you can do. No. No. You're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. Damn it. We haven't gotten any closer to Harry and Torres. You managed to get him to open up a bit. Maybe Starfleet's diplomacy isn't so bad after all. Yeah, a bit of intimidation, yeah? Captain, if I may. I have observed the array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet of the neighboring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating the planet appears to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Commander? It seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed. Mr. Paris, take the helm again. Let's find our people. Okay, set a course for the fifth planet in the neighboring star system. Maximum warp. Do we have the deuterium for maximum warp, Janeway? Calm down. Alright, so the sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a specific point of interest, I suppose, to visit. Okay. Let me just grab this deuterium first. Okay. Yep. I need some more deuterium. Okay, alright. God, deuterium goes away quickly. Alright. Let's try for our luck. Come on. Yay! Right. Okay, so let's go back to premium rations, shall we? And up the warp core. Where's the warp core? Okay, so we're at tier 1. So minus 41 per cycle. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna scan it first. So was it the fifth planet, yeah? Fifth planet. So, well, that's that one there. 9 cycles, 9 cycles. Oh, okay. So I gotta upgrade it. Okay. I'm gonna go and watch some YouTube. Catch you on Montana. Have fun. Well, thank you, Marcus, for stopping by. Catch you later, mate. The Ocampa. Captain, we've reached our destinations. Orders. Continue. I definitely need some more deuterium. There we are, Captain, and might I say, what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream. Responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the array's energy pulse, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim, and B'Elanna perhaps being held in this place? What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Do a general scan of the planets. We could do check the energy impulses. Anything noteworthy about those energy pulses? They are constantly targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend an away team to investigate the area. There is something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we better hurry. Alright. Let's do a general scan of the planet. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no oceans, no rivers, nothing. However, there are settlements, but why would anyone want to live here? Okay. And I don't have a science laboratory, otherwise I could analyze the planet's atmosphere. That's interesting. So strange, but intriguing. Prepare an away team. We'll examine this world firsthand. Pretty sure we had Neelix at this point in the show, guys. Did I miss something? Oh, speaking of Neelix. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. Oh, there you go. That's fucking Neelix. See, I know my Star Trek. A peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis has ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, mister? Neelix. Never seen a ship like yours? Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times. Maybe 50 times. But the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He's probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course, a guide needs, a little, you know, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. Why? God damn. It's a deal. Alright. Okay. I've got some deuterium and some uranium. Right, Captain, we got a major problem brewing down in engineering. Deuterium levels are critical. The ship won't last long without a refuel. If we don't locate a new supply soon, we'll be adrift in space with no energy, no life support. We need to act fast. We have 25 cycles left to accomplish this task. Understood. We're stuck up on 900 deuterium. Now, not now. Okay, we're stuck up. Rightio. Ooh, risky. Let's go with that one. Alright. Spatial normally. We'll check that out in a minute. Let's just get some uranium as well. 18? Ah, okay. I'll deal with you in a minute, Neelix. Hang on. Scan the anomaly from a safe distance. Okay, 75% reward distribution. Okay. And we want some deuterium, so let's set a course for this one. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, I don't want to risk it just yet. Alright. So we got 408. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, Captain. Morale plus 80. Nice. So we got like little missions as well. Okay. Okay, so we are full at 1,000. So we have 1,000 deuterium and only 100. Okay, that's interesting. What a delicious meal. A culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself. You know, my Alfarian hair paste bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself. But we need your assistance now. Ah, yes. Your missing crew. Right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At the foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon Ogla? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Ocampan had our people. Well, the Ocampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Mage Jabin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. I'm going to ask more information. Anything else we should know about these Kazon Ogla? Water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they most certainly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy wouldn't go a long way. Oh, send an away team. Very well, prepare an away team, and you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Okay, so to go back over here, let me just scan this planet. So we've got deuterium there, and geranium there. Okay. Just gonna repair sick bay, and I'm gonna repair the shield generator because I have a feeling I'm gonna need that. What's this? Science laboratory. Phaser. Yeah, I'm gonna want that as well. Oh yeah, no available work teams. Let's go get some more geranium before we head over to thingy. Alright, shield generator is repaired. Alright. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna want phaser control room as well. Alright, okay. Is there anything else here? So let's go over here. That's 4 cycles. Right. Let's just play it safe for a minute. Okay, got maximum fuel storage. A little bit low on the geranium. Holodeck. We don't need the holodeck just yet. Shuttle bay. Ooh. Repair that one. I don't need that shuttle bay just yet. Science laboratory. Workshop. What does the workshop do? Engineering craft items and torpedoes within the workshop. Crafting an item costs resources and takes time. Ooh, okay. Well, we only got certain areas fixed, haven't we? So, stellar cartography, life support for that deck, that deck, that deck. Okay. So, workshop, does the workshop need power? Because I'm guessing that provides power. Can I upgrade? Oh, let's have a look. Missing resources. Not by upgrading main engineering. Upgrade. So we are missing. Okay, the lithium crystals by the look of it. Okay, okay. Well, let's upgrade. Well, let's repair the science laboratory, shall we? Right. Alright. Alright, you have 40 cycles to accomplish this task. Build 1 new quarters of your choice. Build enough quarters to accommodate all of the crew. How many crew have I got? Don't know. Let's go with that one. 4 cycles. Oh, why are we doing that? Let me just go get some geranium. Right. Alright, fuel storage. Sure, we'll build an additional cargo bay. Let's have a look. Right. So, I want to build a room. 6 cycles. And cargo bay. Let's just shuttle bay. What we got here? That's phaser control room. Well, I guess I got to clear a room. Okay. What is a shuttle bay? Not shuttle bay, cargo bay. Six cycles. Right. That's the whole star system done, so let's go back to here. Okay. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, Captain. Morale 100%. Me, wow. Alright, and I got a room that's fixed as well, so... technology, combat, crew, maintenance? What we got? Engineering, cargo bay. Cargo bay? Okay, so that's got 5 cycles, so we'll have that ready and go. Okay, so phaser control room. So I take 6. Dismantle, switch off. Okay, it's online. Right, okay, I'm with it. Okay, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Send an away team. Yeah, now I've fixed the ship and all, so what I can mostly do. Okay, so we have... Let's go with Chakotay and Tuvok. Yeah. I don't have Innovator. Oh. Okay. So, start mission. The away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on the merciless, this word, mercilessly. Yeah, that one. Hey, thank you for the follow, Ivy Preston. Welcome to the stream. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes. Captain, our tricores are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dust bowl? Survivalist. Orient yourself using the cardinal points. Struggle through to a vantage point. Well, I'm gonna go Chakotay here. Successful. Using his survival skill and the position of the sun, Chakotay determines the cardinal direction. He navigates the team through the rocky valleys, eventually reaching a rocky ledge, gaining a better view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover. Fast. Build a temporary shelter from what you can find, or analyze the area and evaluate the best cover from the storm. Ooh. Let's go with Tuvok there. Success. The away team quickly analyzes the terrain, discovering a natural crevice offering the best protection. Alright. Natural covering... Try again. The away team quickly analyzes the terrain, discovering a natural crevice offering the best protection from the storm. The rock walls shield them from the worst of the wind and sand. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides. The away team emerges unarmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? Let Neelix do the introduction. Something tells me that didn't go quite well in the show. Approach in the typical Starfleet manner. Approach intimidatingly, weapons at the ready. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go with that one. Approach in the typical Starfleet manner. The away team approaches with open hands and peaceful expressions, hoping to convey their good intentions. The occasional local women and children seem scared but curious, watching from a distance. The men approach cautiously, weapons at the ready. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, the leader. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin, the leader. At the sight of Neelix, his face darkens in the back. Let's just press A. See what happens. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he has led us to believe. How should we appease the captain? Assure them you have no bad intentions. Demonstrate strength to keep Kazon at bay, and offer water in exchange for information about the Ocampa. Well, I know the water didn't really work because Neelix turns around and blasts it. They're both fatigued. Let's try Tuvok's way of demonstrate strength. See what this does. Success. The display of potential force seems to impress Jabin, who explains that the Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave. An Ocampa. He explains that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser, he points it at Jabin and demands the Ocampa woman to be freed. Alright, sometimes certain approaches in away missions bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches are made by a danger level. Failing such a challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. Okay. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Appease and carefully withdraw. Go with Neelix here, yeah? Your choice has consequences. Ooh. The away team raises their hands in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazon. Jabin, though furious at Neelix's impulsive actions, recognizes the away team's intelligence, attempts to de-escalate the situation. He allows them to retreat, though his eyes burn with anger. Nice. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescue woman kiss passionately. How deep does this relationship between the two go? My dearest Kess, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if it has the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea, Cass. Can you help us once we locate the breach? Of course, it is the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, we have things to do. Option: ask Cass what she knows about the caretaker. Ask her how Cass and Neelix met. Ask Cass why she came to service. Let's go about the caretaker. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he has provided the Ocampans with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it, or where he came from? No, we do have our stories about legend about him, but they're just stories and legends. Cass, Mr. Neelix, I'm curious, how did you two meet? I met Cass while I was trading with the Kazon Ogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind, even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in that terrible place. We fell in love. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologize, but I'll do it again in a heartbeat. Oh. And that's why Kess come to the surface. Kess, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed telepathic abilities, but they've atrophied over many generations. Oh, okay. Alright, someone get started on the transport signal amplifier, and Kess will get you to sickbay and have you examined. Hey, you're gonna get the doctor now. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. See, good thing I did these earlier, isn't it? Computer initiate emergency medical holographic program. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. And also my favorite character from Voyager. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of sickbay for now, and this patient, Cass. There's no need for concern. I am capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken a Luna, a few minor bruises and grazes. Nothing I can't handle. You are in most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Okie dokie. Okay, so I got research transporter signal amplifier in the science laboratory and build a cargo bay. Well, cargo bay is being built, 5 cycles left, so we have to currently no progress. Oh, we have a tech tree, people. Okay. Science. Is it science? Crew. What am I looking for? Transport amplifier, aren't I? Oh, drive shuttle bay. Holodeck. Messel. Sick bay. Transport room, anyone? Emergency quarters. Science. So science lab. Hydroponics. Stellar cartography. Resources. Transport room. Here we go. That's field training. Right, am. So it's research transporter signal amplifier. Oh, it's right there. Transport signal amplifier. So three rounds, and I have 1 crew. So I don't know. Let's clear this debris. So I can just literally sit here and just go through days. Okay. Okay, Captain, the blueprints for the signal amplifier are complete. However, to start production, we need to repair the workshop. But I don't have any crews. Hang on. How long have I got left? I got 2 cycles left. Alright. Okay, so I got a cargo base. It means I can carry more, I believe. So that's 2 cycles to repair that. And I got 17 cycles, I believe, until I run out of deuterium. Okay, construction report. Workshop. Yeah. Okay, workshop repaired, Captain. We can start production of the signal amplifier. So it costs 5 geranium and 3 turns. I'm gonna need to get some deuterium at this point. Pulsar collectors. Okay. Warp core efficiency. Improved deuterium to energy conversion. One deuterium now provides 6 energy. Now that's nice. 18 turns though. But I can't unlock it anyway. Okay, so we just have to save some power. That actually does absolutely nothing. Alright, 3 turns. Okay. The signal amplifier has been completed and is ready for use. Captain, it would be wise to make haste back to Ocampa. I'm already on Ocampa. Blocked. First deal with the array. Okay. Still some deuterium to gather in here. So I suppose that's good. Alright. Alright, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Send an away team. Alright, this is where we're going to have more fuzziness. Like I said, it's just with the away missions at the minute, it's doing fuzziness. Alright, so recommended traits, Ocampa. So we can go with Tom Paris. And Chakotay. Why not? Upon materializing near the tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there, tinkering with the security barrier to frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they reach for their weapons but hesitate. Careful, shouts one of them. Don't let them butter you up. Don't let them butter you up. Captain, the Kazon seem to be more curious this time, but they're still ready to attack. What are orders? Show of force. Raise your weapons and approach the Kazon. Attempt to negotiate safe passage using your previous diplomatic success to build trust. Use a transporter module to make a harmless object appear, causing a distraction. Joe, I want to go with build trust because the Kazon immediately went to war, and if I can form communication with the Kazon, it might make my future life a little easier. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, just. The away team approaches the Kazon and reminds them of their previous peaceful interaction. The Kazon, though still suspicious, are persuaded by the diplomatic efforts of the away team and retreat to avoid getting into a firefight. Captain, we've reached the tunnel entrance using the transport signal amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier. Use the amplifier to locate breaches in the barrier. This is what I have to do, innit? Ooh. It's 50-50. Well, it's more like 45 to 65 here, but we'll go. Ooh, success. And the away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the breach energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into a tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight embedded in a large cavern. It is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls glowing in warm white light and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Ocampan City. Captain, we're inside the Ocampan City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Harry and Kim? Well, let's let Kess lead the way, shall we? Success 2. Kess approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating the missing Harry and Belena. The Ocampa touched by her concern, eagerly provide directions to the medical facility. The away team eventually... See, it does it again. The away team eventually finds the crew members awake but disoriented, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Belena, wary of the unfamiliar faces, instinctively reaches for a weapon. Before any confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. A message from Captain Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. Okay. Yeah, let's risk it for a biscuit. Nice. The away team clears a path through the collapsing tunnel using their phasers to blast away debris and create safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. The tremors are interfering with the signal amplifiers' focus. Captain, the connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Okay, so stabilize the transport signal amplifier by adjusting its frequency and modulation, analyze the tremors interference patterns, and recalibrate the transport signal amplifier accordingly. Well, I don't understand why Kess would have that. So that's like that one, and that one's that one. So, gonna go with Paris on that one. Ooh, failure. Despite their best efforts, the team struggles to stabilize the transport signal. The tremors worsen, causing further interference. Just as the tunnel is about to fully collapse on their heads, they manage to accomplish a shaky transport, materializing back on Voyager with minor injuries. Ooh. Oh, Paris is injured. Unexpected allies. Back on the Voyager, Harry Kim breathes a sigh of relief while B'Elanna Torres eyes her Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Marquis engineer struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Ms. Torres, welcome aboard Voyager. I am Captain Catherine Janeway, and Ensign Kim. It's good to have you back in one piece. Reporting for duty, Captain. I didn't think I'd ever see Voyager again. It's good to be back.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
What the hell is going on here, Chakotay? Since when are we cozying up to Starfleets? It's a long story, B'Elanna. Let's just say we had to compromise to get you back. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet can help us. Let's ask what we learned about the Ocampa, I suppose. What can you tell us about the Ocampa? Annoyingly friendly and incredibly naive, they wouldn't last 5 minutes on the surface. Apparently, they've been living underground for over 500 generations. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? The Ocampa mentioned something called the Warming. The day our surface turned into a desert. On that day, the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he has provided for the Ocampa. Oh. How selfless of him. I do not believe this to be a selfless act, Captain. The caretaker's focused interest in the Ocampa is illogical. There must be a reason, though it eludes me for now. See if they learn anything about the caretaker. Did you learn anything about the caretaker? He's been acting weirdly lately, apparently abducting people in a new hobby of his. Oh, and he's increased the Ocampa's power supply enough to last them for 5 years, if I recall correctly. Not enough time left for the continuation of his work. What's that, Tuvok? Based on my observations, I would like to put forward a theory. The caretaker provides the Ocampa with a massive energy surplus, then he destroys the access to tunnels. In addition, there were his frequent references to running out of time. The logical conclusion is that he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. In fact, I believe he is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? Okay, ask if they know why they were sent to Ocampa. The caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in strange ulcerations. The Ocampa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before we met the guy. What a crock. They also said the caretaker had sent others with the same disease, but they didn't recover. They died? I want you both in sickbay now. Yes, Captain. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it, rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate. A few more days, and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material, for what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor. I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, it should make a full recovery. The Doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis, Captain. Aware of his imminent death, the caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one who would continue his work. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. If he dies before finding a suitable successor, we'll be stranded. We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach may be necessary. The Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Well, done all that. Our offenses and defenses capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, I suggest a test run to verify systems functionality and to access our temporary flight control officer's performance in combat. Excuse me? This ace pilot knows more maneuvers than Starfleet can throw Greek letters at numbers together. Except the one for evading Starfleet custody. Ooh, what a sick burn. Gentlemen, enough. Tuvok is right. We need to test our combat systems, but we lack a sparring partner. You have one, our ship. Seriously, Chakotay? All the marquees on the Val Genes as Starfleet target practice? What could possibly go wrong? Balana, focus. We need preparations, and we'll pilot the Val Gene? Captain, just remember to set your phasers to simulation. I'll keep that in mind, Commander. Alright, so combat heroes. Each combat encounter you choose one up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths and abilities. Okay. So select a hero. So the Voyager. Okay. Well, clearly Tuvok for coordinated attack fires 2 simultaneous phaser salvos dealing increased damage. Tom Paris, evasive maneuvers, dodge enemy attacks for a limited time, granted a brief window of invulnerability, 26 seconds cooldown. And harrying, I suppose? Shield hacking, hacks enemy shield frequencies, increasing the shield penetration rate of Voyager's weapons by 20%. Okay. The Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Words, people. I know how to speak English. I may need the universal translator at this point. Alright, the Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu. Okay. And deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Okay, combat is paused. Complete tutorial step to continue. Orders. Order your ship to try and attack or defend a side with either defensive or offensive movements. Fleeing requires enemies' engines to be damaged, while surrendering costs resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive movement. Alright, so defensive, offensive, initiate repairs, flee combat, surrender. Okay.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Okay, we are attack left. Disable the shield generator on the valve shim to deactivate shields. Okay. In battle, the hero's ability can be used by selecting them with left bumper, right bumper to switch to activating them. A blue countdown indicates the ability is active. Okay.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Okay.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain.
Okay. I kind of get the combat. Right, boom. That's how it's done. Achievement. Not bad for a temporary guy, huh, Tuvok? Your methods were unconventional. However, the objective was achieved. An acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain. Whatever awaits us at the array, the Voyager should be in a supporting position for Voyager. Alright. Have the transport room standing by in case your crew needs an emergency beam out. Let's show this quadrant what we're really made of. Right, well, I'm just going to have a quick cigarette before we dive into some Kazon Ogla fighting. Mind you, I was very diplomatic. They may want to talk instead of fire phasers first. So... Right, star system. Right, we do need some dilithium, not dilithium, some uranium. Well, let's go get some deuterium. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to get some of these. Let's do a bit of risky business. Oh, that was like on the line. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we're back up. Just get some more deuterium here a minute. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. So we're back up to 1,000. Alright. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Continue. Here the Kazon, just as predicted. It seems we are expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. The leadership is hailing us. They're probably not calling to chat. I'll have our marquee raider manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Back for more, are you? Don't think your silk tongue will work this time. All we care about is getting home, Jabin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. Oh, I'm sure you have another fancy speech prepared for that entity, but I won't allow it. We have no dispute with you. Of course not. You'd rather talk your way into getting what you want. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. I'm not as gullible as you think. Oh, there it goes again. I'm not as gullible as you think. The array's power is mine. Jabin, can we discuss this like two civilized... He's disconnected, Captain, and they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations, shields up. Right, okay. So the Kazon carrier is 32. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
Alright, let's go offensive. Let's go...
Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability.
Torpedoes open command, so orders. At any point in combat, give new orders while the command menu is open.
Be ready, Captain.
One of your shields is dangerously low. Switch to defensive action to protect that side from fire and damage. Continue without shields, risking the destruction of your underlying systems. Okay. So defend the bow.
Moving to defend the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright, torpedoes have been fired manually. Right, left trigger. They are very powerful weapons causing great damage to systems and hull. However, their effect is minimal against shields, so make sure to do fire at the right angle.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Okay. Alright.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields. An enemy is fled, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Oh, there goes the game. Right. Let's go with the
Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Victory! Alright. Take out the big ship first, you know? You can hire allied ships on the bridge to help in combat. Only one ally may help at a time. Unlock allies by fulfilling hidden objectives and researching certain tech. Once unlocked, they will be available for the rest of the game. Recruitment and upkeep costs resources. Okay. That went better than expected. Our raider is still in good shape. I'll keep it close by just in case more Kazon decide to show up. You are strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. The array will be mine. Then I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back where we came from. Impossible. I barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Ocampa. If I do, the Kazon may still their water. They won't be able to survive. You must let go of the Ocampa. Did you ever consider allowing the Ocampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up. They need challenges. Maybe the Ocampa are stronger than you think. Send us home. You dragged us into this. You need to send us. Captain, Jabin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array's systems to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Ocampa. What is right and what is easy? The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Ocampa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access primary control systems to send us back? So I get to choose. Should we just do what they did in Voyager, or should we access the primary control systems to return home? Do you know what? Let's just destroy the array and let's play through the Delta Quadrant like the game wants us to. Destroy the array. We never asked to be involved, but we are. I won't trade the lives of the Ocampa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready the tri-cobalt devices. What are you doing? The arrays are only way out of here. And it's gone fuzzy. Technology today. Our only way out of here. You can't. I can and I will. Tri-cobalt devices ready, Captain. Fire! Fire! We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making the decision for all of us? It was the right decision, B'Elanna. The Ocampa, they remind me of our people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Ocampa deserve that too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great. Now I'll definitely miss my next parole review. A missed parole review should not be your primary concern at this moment, Mr. Paris. And, thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought about that. Jabin is hailing us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogue, spatial phenomena, and even if the defector is offline. Okay. Engage warp. Alright. 70,000 light years from home. It seems we're in this together, Commander. Your decision didn't win you any friends, Kazon, Marquis, and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. Their anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. 2 crews on 1 ship, stranded in the Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival. The Marquis are a motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside and work together to coexist. Coexist? Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's first officer. First officer? You're willing to trust a Marquis with that responsibility? I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. 27 crew members have joined Voyager. Neelix, Kess, you wanted to see me. Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medicine? Well, that's what we wanted to discuss. We'd like to go with you. Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be a part of your journey. I can offer you so much in this sector, Captain. Need a guide, supplies, contacts, and a cook. Oh, you haven't lived until you've tasted my Anglobasca? Meh. But more than that, Captain, I can be your I could be your morale officer. Keep those smiles bright on this long voyage home. I have a feeling you'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer. That's quite an offer, Mr. Neelix. And Kess, what about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey? I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there. I don't know. So much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey could help me understand my own telepathic abilities better. Learn more, develop them. But I also want to help. After the doctor cured my wounds, I realized I want to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in sickbay. I think the doctor would be glad to have you. Very well then, welcome aboard. Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we've stirred up a little trouble. In a good way, I think. Unexpected guests. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jabin sparked a mass escape from the Kazon slave camp. Janeway wastes no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Jiban, who was captured while exploring the Ocampan landscape. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the Doctor's care. 21 crew joined Voyager. Okay. Alright, everybody, listen up. Deliver a speech. Overcome differences, unite as one. Stand strong as one crew, defend ourselves. Unite, explore the unknown, and learn. Let's go with the bottom one. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy, ripe for scientific discovery. We face the unknown with open minds, eager to explore and learn. To survive, we must work together as one crew. This one. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we continue to explore, but our primary goal is to find a way back to the Federation. 75 years is unacceptable. Never give up. We'll search for shortcuts and new technologies to get us home faster. Somewhere along this journey, we'll find a way back. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Paris, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and a valuable member of this crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight control officer. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps a state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on, Lieutenant Paris. Oof. Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Hey Harry, I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Yeah, right. Oh boy, imagine me becoming captain one day. Yeah, you don't, mate, you don't. Very well, gentlemen. As your first official act in your new positions, Lieutenant Paris, set a new course. We're flying home. There we go, that is the first chapter complete on this game. Leaving the sector will cause all active missions to be cancelled, and all heroes currently marked as unavailable will be lost. Well, I'm going to stay here. Well, there we go, guys. That is going to be the end for today's playthrough of basically episode 1 or chapter 1 of Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. I like the game, apart from the capture card messing up. I like the way the game is played. I like the kind of like the interactivity with it. Hey, what up, Yoda? You're just catching me right at the end here. Thank you for the subscribe. It's much appreciated. We kind of fulfilled Voyager's first episode, kind of like how it went in the actual show. So I will try and change it up from what I remember of the show as we progress forward in future playthroughs, as long as the capture card continues working correctly. But with all that said though, if you enjoyed the content and you would like to watch this adventure unfold, feel free to hit that like button, don't forget to comment your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and for Twitch, feel free to hit that follow button if you like the content. I appreciate all your support, and I have been your host, Dr. McKay. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Until then, live long and prosper, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye all. Thank you, Yoda, for joining right at the end there. Bye.